On this week's episode of the All About Hennessey Show, we catch up with Jason Sternberger, Hennessey Public Schools Superintendent. We hang out with Eddie Taggart at Taggart's Garden Center and talk about spring planting season. Tony Blackburn updates us on all the events happening on the Cruis'n Oklahoma 2022 Hennessey Edition. This show made possible in part by DK Recycling of Hennessey, 405-853-6951, and Integris, Bass Baptist Health Center, IntegrisOK.com. I have Jason.
How are you?
Hey, it's been a while.
It has been a while. I was wondering if you had got mad at me.
Forgot about him. We were in a meeting the other day. He pops in. Are we going to do a show anymore? Yeah. We've just been busy, and I don't think we've actually done a show in a couple of weeks. So
Is that right?
We're behind. We're going to catch up.
Good.
So
thank you for having me.
You bet. We're getting near the end of the year, but there's still a lot going on. I guess there's a topic that I guess I may know more about than you do at this point. We've started a committee to look into alternatives for career tech.
That is
am
correct.
I saying it right?
Yeah, that is correct. Looking for some kind of a career path options that we've talked about, and this stems from when we decided of not joining the career tech, and so we wanted to see what we could do at a local level, and obviously there's some things that we wouldn't be able to provide here, nursing degrees and things like that. But the approach that we're looking at is what can we do to expose maybe a bunch of kids to more activities and professions and careers that they could, utilize here in Hennessey. Get the training they need. Maybe start some intern programs here where they're working while they're in school, and if that leads to a career path in that, it's.
And there were a lot of things on there that career tech doesn't even offer. I noticed. There's like all kinds of things, and I'll get into more detail on this as it evolves. But right now I guess there was 5 or 6 of us on the committee, and that's going to grow now over the next, I guess through the summer, we'll continue working on that.
I've turned that over. That's the reason I got a high school principal and counselor. They do a wonderful job. They keep me informed. But, I didn't know you guys were meeting the other day, and I just bounced in to get a water, and then you guys are having a good meeting, and you could tell. And that's the intent is we're all working together.
Yep.
Everybody that was even at the meeting, on when decided not to take it to a vote. Everybody's in agreement. We need to figure out a way to do more, but let's figure out what we can do to what works best for us.
And this isn't, there were some comments that the school is cheaping out. Well, this is just what I saw, the little bit I saw in this meeting. This is a really good program. It's not cheaping out at all. It's actually maybe in some cases a little bit better.
I was gonna say, I think you got to get the right person in there as with anything.
Yep.
But I think if we can find the right person that is that liaison between business owners and the students, where they could be exposed to so many pathways, and try to get the training and where they stay here in Hennessey, and and set up a career path here, and
right.
So that's kind of the intent. It's an exciting opportunity. It really is, and so I know that they're going to visit some different schools and kind of
get some
steal
ideas
pieces and ideas of other schools, what works for them, and bring back and see what's the best fit. And that's the reason we wanted people like yourself from the community.
Right. So if you're in the trades of any kind, even mine is photography and web development and video and things like that, but even nursing, local nursing, welding, carpentry, plumbing, any of those kind of trades.
Anything,
If you would be interested in helping with this a little bit, we'll probably be calling upon
mechanics, body repair,
diesel mechanics, all of that.
Any of that, anybody that has a business in town. I visited even with Bert, about there's some kids, that's right. There's so many careers out there that kids really, adults even sometimes you get a degree in one field and then it kind of bounces you around to something else, and so I think that exposure of a broader surface could really benefit our kids.
I'm excited. I'm ready. I'll keep you up to date on that as it goes. So far we just had one meeting, but I see many more
I see you guys get more people on there probably.
The goal was that each week we invite, or each time we meet we invite someone else, and I invited Molly over at energy metering to come to the next, because she's all about welding and fabrication and those kind of things. So
that's exactly.
It'll be neat. Cool. All right. So the Outdoor Learning Center. This is like really exciting.
Yeah.
The principals and all of the teachers have just really gotten up to their
The
neck
early
in that
childhood,
thing.
they've done a tremendous job of
Doing a
getting
neat
this
thing.
organized, and I commend Miss Mack, Miss Huggaboom, and all the teachers. They've all been involved. But they've done a great job. We had the community work day the other day, and I mean, had a great turnout.
And the grant money that they've been able to get.
Yeah,
it's just been
the
wonderful.
access to that, the local foundation, and then other grants elsewhere. And I know Stacy, she's already talking to me about ideas for phase 2, and going through that. So, they've got different ideas, and luckily we've been able to help out too with some of the ESSER money on the outdoor classroom, and looking at some, perimeter, some security issues, and some different modules to bring in, and some sun, some shade, and different things. So yeah.
We filmed this little package the Saturday that they were setting it up.
It's our outdoor classroom. We're having a work day today. In the far corner, we're going to have a mud kitchen, and then we're going to have sand tables, and then we have a sitting sand table. We also have some sand chutes that they can drop things in, like little marbles, and they can go down. We're going to have a stage where they can perform, and we have the benches that convert into a table or a bench. We have some raised beds right here that we're going to grow different things for them to see and help with. We're also going to have a water exploration table right over there, and then a rock climbing wall, an art center where they can, back over by the tree, it's going to be an outdoor classroom along with the art. So this is important because we've always had a dream to have an outdoor classroom, but then when COVID hit, we thought this is a perfect way to bring everybody be healthy and safe, and bring them outdoors so they can still learn and play without being indoors.
So, end of school is coming.
Man.
In fact, I think I just shocked him. I asked him when graduation was, and it's like 10 days sooner than you thought. It's like,
It's a little sooner. Weeks.
Saturday, May 14th at 2 o'clock in the Eagle Event Center.
That is correct, yes.
And so now you're kind of heading down that end of the year thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on with filling some teacher holes, you were saying. And
Yeah, we're trying to get personnel in place, and as of right now, after Monday's board meeting, we should have probably 2 vacancies at the high school, and hopefully we can get those filled pretty soon. But feel like we've got some very good candidates and some great recommendations to make Monday night. So
and testing is getting ready to start.
Testing's getting ready to start. I mean, the slide. It's just getting ready to go downhill, and it's just trying to keep it between the lines, because it's you're finishing up some different events. Our course, as you've mentioned on previous episodes, is they qualified for state for the first time, and as long as many can remember. There they got a 1, a 2, and a 2, so almost had a superior rating. So congratulations to the kids and Miss Faulkner for all they do. Today, we're having the send off for speech and debate.
Yep.
They were Northwest Regional champs, and so competing in Norman. Look forward to going down there and supporting them. FFA wrapped up the OIE, and we had kids that did a great job there. Very proud of them, and Mr. Huazar for the job he does of leading them. And
then there's some basketball kids that got into that all-star thing at the tournament in Enid.
CTB All-Star.
Yeah, I believe that's what it was. Yeah.
Yep. If I start to mention names, I'll forget somebody. So
Leave
that's
that alone. Yeah, we did an article about it. Go back and read that.
Yeah.
Speaking of sports, the track has the new asphalt down.
That is correct.
But then they're going to put what is that? A rubber coating?
So the actual running surface. So the asphalt, which I think I got an email from them, and it should be out within a week and a half. They had to wait for 28 days for the asphalt to cure, what have you. And so now we'll come back and actually put the little running surface on top of the asphalt, and then do that, and then the striping of the track. We've put a perimeter fence around it, and we'll start getting fixed up. And
is there any summer events that they can use it for, or is that just next spring?
We don't have anything. We would be able to use it, and but we don't have any
No scheduled
nothing
events.
planned.
Got
No,
it.
but
so next spring they'll be ready to to get ripping on that.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be neat if we can host a tournament. I mean, I don't know what a tournament
Yeah, if we
is,
want to
but-
create a local meet, we'll have to kind of see what other schools are doing and schedule. You don't want to really compete against people that would normally come to your meet or ones
Right.
you would go to. But we can work that in, and we've talked about, looking at some elementary meets, or maybe even get back to like a county meet and just invite everybody in, and even outside the county a little bit, just with those within a close proximity, but utilize it and try to bring people to town. If you've got something nice, let's show it off and show people what we have.
Very, very cool. Well, that's awesome. I'm excited. We're wrapping up another one and
It's gone fast.
heading into 2020. Well, I guess it'll be 2023. Next would be the
Next year at this time, yeah.
Time's moving.
We still got to, let's don't wish away
Cool,
time
cool.
too
We're
fast.
not going down there yet. All right. Thank you so much, Jason.
Thank you, Jack. I
All right.
appreciate it.
This show made possible in part by Community State Bank, small town banking the way it should be, and Pioneer. GoPioneer.com. Eddie, I noticed when I came in that you guys are like stocked to the hilt. I mean,
Yes.
you have like semi-loads of stuff.
Yeah. The last 2 years have really taught us that if we don't have inventory on hand,
You can't get it.
I just can't get it.
So now you've got like mulch and potting soil, and you've got this stuff. You're like seriously stocked with this stuff.
Seriously stocked.
Now, that also goes with the plants and things like that. I noticed like all your beds are full. You have lots of color. But you had mentioned to me yesterday that if you like it, you better buy it.
Correct. What happens to us a lot of times with inventory is somebody comes in and they find what they like, and they assume they come back in 2 weeks and it'll be here. And then
you
they're
can't. You don't
disappointed.
just push a button and make more plants.
Yeah, we can't.
Yeah,
But we
if-
constantly have more things coming in.
So if you see it or want it, you probably ought to buy it and not wait. Even if you
good-
take it home and not plant it right away, at least you're sure you got it.
Correct. Very good plan.
Very, very cool. So what's ready now? What can I buy now?
A lot of people are getting a lot into the roses. Sometimes the vegetables, they'll find the varieties they like and take them home. Keep them in the window for a few weeks until they feel comfortable putting it out.
So I want to talk about the shop local thing. That not only, the Hennessey people or anybody that's going to be watching this, you can go to a big, the importance of not only shopping local, that's obvious, but the importance of shopping here locally is you guys actually know what you're talking about. I know I've been to a box house or something, and I'll ask a clerk a question, and they go up and they pull the tag out of something and they read it to me. Well, I can do that, but you guys actually know where these will grow and where they'll do best and these kind of things.
The accumulative years of experience between my mother, myself, and my daughter now, I haven't really added up, but I won't say we know everything, but we try.
And not only do they know kind of what they're doing, they have what, like if he recommends some kind of a starter or a fertilizer or something, you have it here. And we even have fish. This is cool.
Yeah,
are these koi, or are these just goldfish, or what are these?
Koi and goldfish. We received a load of these in Friday, and it's an astronomical number of fish.
Eddie, thank you so much for letting us hang out in your wonderful. It's really windy and kind of cool out here this morning, so I'm kind of enjoying this visit in the sun. This is like going to Florida.
Anytime.
Very cool.
We're here 7 days a week,
And it's 7 days a week.
Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, Sunday 1 to 5.
Okay, just south of Hennessey, Taggart's Garden Center. Got to get it right. Coming up next is Tony Blackburn is going to talk about the epic car show that's coming later this month. Stay tuned. This show made possible in part by Cimarron Electric, serving Northwest Oklahoma with clean, reliable power for over 100 years. CimarronElectric.com. And Seaboard Foods. At Seaboard Foods, our work matters to our families, our communities, and the people who rely on us to produce delicious pork products. And we're back. Tony's here. Hi, Tony. And Tony's been kind of a busy guy. He decided to do this car show thing again, or what's it actually called? It's Oklahoma
Cruis'n Oklahoma.
Yes.
It's a car. I guess we're really not a club. We're just kind of a group of people that like to do the same thing.
Drive the cars and park in cool towns. And unless you live under a rock, you remember last year he did this, and we had, how many, 1,000 cars or something
It's
like
over 1,000 cars and over 4,000 people.
Yeah, we kind of like doubled the size of Hennessey in like 15 minutes. And it was amazing. The car owners were well mannered. The people had a lot of fun. We got a lot of really good positive reviews, and we're back. So when is it happening this year?
April 24th. Of course, it's another Sunday.
Yep.
So we're going to be doing, it's another Sunday. The cruise is going to be leaving from Blanchard this year.
Okay.
We're going to be coming up 81. We haven't got the route completely locked down yet. We're still working on that portion of it. We should be arriving in town around 12 or 12:30, getting all the cars kind of put down, and all the events should be starting around 1 o'clock.
Very cool.
But this year, our events are packed.
Yeah,
We've
he's
a
got,
lot.
I don't know if you've seen this. This is in the, this is all over All About Hennessy, and it's in the All About Hennessy Post newspaper every week. It's been in there like every week for, I don't know,
At least 3 weeks
at least
now.
3 weeks, and it will be till show. So if you miss any of this, you go to allabouthennessy.com website or pick up a Hennessy Post newspaper, and all of this is in there. And there's a lot of stuff. So let's just run down the list real quick and kind of, what do you got cooking?
Well, the first thing we got is the course last year. We had Kicker sponsored a decibel competition. That's where all the cars with the big sound systems came out, and they measured the
They
amount
measure
of
how much noise you can make.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
What? They're coming out again. They're doing that one again. Of course, Kicker's coming out and sponsoring that again. The burnout. Everybody loved the burnouts. We're doing a couple things a little different this year.
Getting safer, from what I understand.
We are.
Okay.
We are getting a little safer. We got with the school, and we're bringing out some bleachers.
Okay.
We're trying to get some people to where they're getting up a little higher so they can see.
They're not standing out in the street.
Exactly. We had some people trying to get pictures, and I understand people love to get those great pictures. But when you get out in front of those cars that have 800, 900, 1,000, 2,000 horsepower,
Yeah.
and they're coming at you, probably not the best place to be.
No.
So we're going to put the bleachers out there, and we're putting some concrete barriers out there to, try to put something between you and those nice cars.
Yep. That's a
So,
good plan. That was
yeah.
a little scary. And it's been like that for like ever. I mean, you're just the only one that got the light bulb to, gee, we might want to fix this.
Well, just the parent in me came out. So.
Understand.
So we're changing a couple things out there.
Okay.
So we're just asking people not to get in front of those vehicles while they're participating. The next one is going to be the dyno competition over at Dwayne's.
Dwayne's Conoco, or not Dwayne's
Nope,
Conoco
Conoco
anymore,
anymore.
but formerly known as Dwayne's Conoco.
DG. D&G, I think it
I
is.
believe it is, yes.
So
Dwayne and Grace.
Exactly. We only have 2 slots left in that one. We released that list out, and within probably 15 to 20 minutes, that list was full. Of course, a local company, Deutschworks, is sponsoring that. So if you want to get on that one, make sure you reach out to us to try to get on that list.
So do they reach out to you or to Dwayne, or what do they?
Either one of us, really. Try to reach out to us as soon as possible. Like I said, I only have 2 slots left on that
If you're
one.
local, I would just call Dwayne.
Yes.
Just call.
And then that way we'll go
gas
ahead and get
station.
you on the list, and we'll get you squared away.
Good.
Next one we got is a new event this year. It's called drone racing. So kind of interesting. The Oklahoma Drone Racing got a hold of me, and they're going to be setting up an obstacle course with
I
their.
don't know if you've ever seen this. This isn't like the drones I fly. These are little bitty dudes that fly like 100 miles an hour or even faster. I mean, and they're like bumblebees.
And they wear helmets.
They fly them through little things and around stuff, and it's a race, and it's crazy.
Well, these guys are actually wearing helmets that they look through
With
cameras.
the goggles and yeah.
So it's kind of interesting to watch these guys fly through these hoops and up and around. It's really interesting. And then they, of course, some of the guys will have training helmets where you'll be able to put them on and see what they
you can
see.
follow along and see what they see.
Yeah. So if you have these type of drones, get with these guys. You might be able to fly out there and go through their course. It'd be kind of a neat situation.
Where's that happening?
That one's going to be happening across from Sparky's. So you could be able to sit there and have a bite to eat and be able to watch a drone race.
So that's an NBS parking lot.
That is correct.
Good.
Correct. The next one is RC drag racing. So
I thought it was like obstacle course stuff. So it's drag racing.
No, these are drag racing.
Oh.
So these cars, I went up to Tulsa to meet with these guys. These cars get up to 80 to 100 miles an hour in 132 feet.
How big are they? Are they?
They're about 18 to 24 inches.
Wow. Okay.
These things are crazy. So, of course, they do have their outlaw rules. So if you're wanting to get in on this race, or I'm going to get with All About Hennessey, we'll have the rules posted. They are going to have a driver's meeting at 12:30. So you'll need to make sure you're at the driver's meeting. They'll have to look over your vehicle, make sure it's within standards, and then make sure that you follow the rules, and then that way you can get in. There will be a entry fee because there is a pot to win at the end of this. So it is a single light, single green light, go, and it's a bracket type racing. These guys are.
This would be cool.
These guys are in it to win it.
And where is this at?
It's going to be in front of DC Trailers. So
yes, on north end of town.
correct.
Yep.
So
Okay.
we're kind of taking over
Is
town
this
here.
on dirt or is this on?
No,
it's
this
an
is going to be
asphalt?
on the highway.
Oh no way!
We are taking the highway and we are actually shutting it down to 2 lanes. So thank you for Oklahoma DOT. We are going to be shutting it down to 2 lanes. So the 2 eastern lanes are going to be 2 ways, and the 2 western lanes are going to be shut off for parking, and of course for people to walk back and forth. Of course for the safety.
Very, very cool.
So if we keep going north from there, we're going to of course have our ATV and UTV barrel racing.
And that's happening up on Scotty Hike's development north of town.
Just north of Dollar General.
Yep.
So this one's going to get kind of interesting. This one we've had a lot of people interested in. This one, so
think of barrel racing, but with a lot of horsepower.
that's right,
Really,
motorheads.
Yeah, not horsepower. Yeah, okay. This is gonna be good. I love.
So we're going to have 3 classes on this one. We're going to have a children's class. This is going to be ATV only with a children's class. It's going to be 13 years old till 17 years old. To get in this class, you need to make sure that, of course, it needs to be an ATV. The parent or guardian needs to be present and needs to sign a liability waiver and have a valid Oklahoma driver's license or valid ID. Correct.
Gotcha.
So we will take copies of those, and you'll need to make sure you sign that waiver. Then we're going to have 2 classes for the adults. We're going to have an ATV class and an ATV class.
Wait a minute.
I said ATV twice.
ATV and UTV.
Correct.
Okay.
So
ATV is a ride on. And
Correct.
UTV
Or four-wheeler.
is ride in.
correct.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're going to have those 2 classes, and of course you're going to have to sign a waiver for each one of those.
Sure.
And of course you need to have a valid ID as well for each one of those.
Gotcha.
Now,
Do you have to have a driver's license?
well, no, you just need to have a valid license or a valid ID.
Just so they
period.
can verify it's you when. Yeah.
Correct.
There's a
Because, of
problem.
course, these are at-risk events, and these are signing away any and all risk liabilities. Correct. Now, you need to make sure that you are wearing a helmet at all times. It needs to be a full face shield or with goggles. Your vehicles, ATV or UTV, needs to have all equipment, needs to be in safe and working order.
No duct tape,
Oh, come on.
baling wire, that kind
Zip
of
ties.
thing. Yeah.
Zip ties?
Maybe. That's
Nah.
kind of on the edge.
Yeah, it is a little edge. If it's black zip ties, we may not see it.
Good point.
True. Okay. But we will be checking those things out and looking for things. If we
So
see
they'll
something.
do a safety check to make sure something's not going to fly off. And
Correct. We're going to make sure that, we're going to do a quick over on your vehicles to make sure that it's not going
this
to be.
is standard. Anyone that's ever done any real racing, that's just part of it. They want to see what you brought and make sure you're not going to hurt anybody or
Correct.
yourself.
And these are going to be timed. So this is going to be full bracket timed and
Is
everything.
is there an award or
We're just going to have
trophy or-
small trophies available for this
Cool.
one. This is going to be a first time for
This
us
is a
on this
bragging
one. So.
rights thing. Yes.
Exactly. So this is our first year for this one. We're going to see how it kind of goes. So next one is that we had our the helicopter was.
Oh, geez. The helicopters were such an enormous success. They ran into darkness.
Oh, people loved it. So of course, since people loved it so much, we had to get 2.
We're going to get more.
Get 2. All right. So now in our posters, if you look around town, our posters around town are our local restaurants, they're in our banks and everything else, and are online. It does state that it's going to be at the library. Unfortunately, it will not be at the library.
Government got involved.
Yeah, they did get involved. We are going to have it on the north side of town, and that is going to be at Scotty Heights, north portion of that field. I guess just north of Dollar General again.
It's called the Parks Edition, but it's north of 51. So the 5181 intersection. It's in that northeast corner.
Correct.
Back up in there. Yep.
So we're going to have both helicopters in there. I'm not sure of the price just yet. Of course, with fuel prices and things along that nature, well, I haven't
But
got
still,
with
it's a
them yet.
blast. I didn't talk to anyone that did that said it wasn't just a really cool deal.
And it really was. It was awesome.
Yep.
So, and these people are great. So, now music. Of course, we're gonna have another band come in. We got another local band to come in this year. The Robert Allen Band will actually be coming in this year to play.
And where are you going to put them?
They're going to be at the park.
Okay.
So a lot of people like the Robert Allen Band. A lot of people were asking for the Robert Allen Band. So what we gave the people what they wanted.
Cool. And
All
that's
right.
in Memorial Park on Main Street, where
That
the
is
wine
correct.
festival normally is.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Of course, all of our restaurants will be open. Now, last year we did have a wait, so please be patient with our restaurants. They will be busy.
I think they might be better prepared this year, though.
I hope so.
They really didn't know what to expect last year until the doors opened. And it was like, ah! So.
Yeah, there was probably a lot of hair on the ground just for the simple fact of how much they probably pulled out.
Yeah.
So there's going to, of course, be shopping and whatnot. Now, there's going to be a lot of things going on for the kids. Last year we had 2 bouncy houses, and they got a $5 bracelet, and they were able to go on those bouncy houses. This year we had 2 different companies contact me, so we're going to have 2 different bracelets. So there's going to be upwards of 4+ bouncy houses available.
Oh, cool.
So a little bit more. We're also going to have some local churches going to be helping out with this as well, giving a little food, water, some games out for the kids. Those are going to be free. Kind of helping out with the kids. So
And where is this going to be?
this is going to be an Interbank parking lot.
Where it was last year.
Correct.
Yep.
Kind of
Across-
centralized
Yep.
and giving a place for the kids to go and the parents to obviously know what's going on. What's also going to be neat there is we're also going to have the highway patrol just in that same area with their rollover simulator. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're going to be
Okay.
showing up. So
Okay.
it's kind of one thing, you know.
And I saw a fire truck somewhere.
We're
We're
still
fire
trying.
trucks on display, maybe.
We're hopefully to get them out. We're still talking with them. So
Okay.
we've got to
Negotiating the fire truck thing.
Yeah, we definitely have to do some negotiating. Now, over by the DC trailers where we're going to have the RC racing, we're going to also have a vendors market.
Okay.
So
What kind of vendors?
we're going to have all types of vendors.
Tupperware and
Just about
just
anything, you probably think
anything
of.
you want to display.
Correct. So if you wanted to get in on that vendors market, make sure you contact Stacy Klein. Her telephone number is going to be 405-853-5454. I know we currently have about 17 to 20 already signed up, so we'll probably have quite a few more sign up in the next week
Are
or two.
there going to be food vendors, or are we reserving that for our restaurants?
We
Or
are
we
reserving food for our restaurants and restaurants only.
Gotcha.
And just to make sure we get them helped out and,
Got it.
and everything. along
That's
that
sort of the
nature.
whole point of this, is to help out the restaurant or the town.
Well,
So,
correct.
yeah.
And it helped out quite a bit last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, another neat thing that we have available that's not on the poster, and as long as the road over at Scotty's area gets done,
Mm-hmm.
is we're going to be having drifting. So, have you ever seen the cars go around the corner like in Tokyo Drift and the smoke comes billowing out the
Yeah.
backside?
Yeah.
So, we have a
I
company.
do that when I leave the driveway here chasing a fire truck, usually. It's kind of...
Oh, that's you. Oh, okay. Now I know who the cops to call on. But I got with Full Lock Drift down in Edmond, and they're going to come out with 4 or 5 professional drift drivers. And as long as the road is done, for $5, they're going to come out here, and you're going to be able to get into a car with a professional drift driver.
You know, I did that in Las Vegas, and there's nothing like... These guys really, really, really know how to make that car dance. And
Oh, yeah.
that is pretty cool.
It's going to be quite fun.
is really neat.
It is a whole lot of fun. And now the thing is that
Is
we
Cletus
have...
coming? Anybody on YouTube that's a car guy knows who Cletus McFarlane is. So Google him. Yeah.
But now, if you've noticed, we have events stretching from the south portion of town all the way from the north portion of town.
That's a
and
long walk.
That's a lot to walk. Well, it's been nice that our local school system and Dover Christian Church have lent us a small bus so that way we can use it for
so we have
transportation.
shuttles.
Correct. So we're going to have bus stops all the
So
way
where
around.
are they shuttling from? Like from maybe Love's to the Scotty's place on the back?
Basically from DG's, Dwayne's place, all the
Okay.
way up to Scotty's. We're going to have different stops all the way in between.
Got it.
So basically just kind of going back and forth. And this way it kind of gets people, where they need to go. And this way they're not having to walk all the way across the
Yeah,
town.
I know I was schlepping camera gear last year, and I would have done anything for a golf cart or something to help me get up from one end to the other. Very neat. Wow. So you've taken crazy and amped it up 4 notches. So yeah. Tony never goes for boring. It's just got to be or nothing at all. I love it.
Hey, go big or go home, right?
So make sure you tell all your friends, relatives, whoever, and if you see us post this on Facebook, share it, because this is going to be a destination event where if you're from Tulsa or something, you come to see all these cars. And
last year we had people from New York come in.
Cars from all kinds. Yeah, we had a big audience last year.
So I'm hoping to get people from all over the United States coming over this. So really, if this keeps growing, it could put Hennessey back on the map.
I love it. Absolutely love it. So keep track of this on allaboutHennessey.com, the All About Hennessey Facebook feed, and it's in this graphic is in the All About Hennessey Post newspaper every week, and will be all the way up to the time. Now, there's one more thing. So it is crazy windy. I hope the building doesn't fall down. But you've created a QR code.
Ah, yes.
See, this is something that All About Hennessey has been working with.
And we need to
Tony.
Yep. And we also need to thank our sponsors for helping us do that. So.
Yep. So back to the sponsors on the back. I didn't even notice that.
Yep.
Very nice. So what he's done is, instead of making brochures and flyers and everything, he's got everybody that comes to this thing will get a QR code, and you scan it with your phone, and it shows you all the restaurants and businesses that are open, what their menus are, what their hours are. It is amazing. This is
where the events are.
Where the events are.
Bus stops.
Oh, there's a map.
Yep, it'll all be a map, really, and you'll be able to click on every bit of the map.
It's all interactive, so we don't have any paper blowing around or anything. You just hit it with your phone, and then I guess it's on your phone. You can use it all day long and whatever you want. So, good job, very, very cool. Thank you for Angie to working with Tony to get that done, and it's been crazy because a lot of balls up in the air. One thing drops out, you pick up 2 more and stuff like that. So this is so cool. Thank you so much for doing all of this. Tony comes in about once a month, and it's like, ah! And we talk him down, and okay, we can fix this, and so we're good to go. Thanks, Tony.
Well, thank you, Jack.
All right, stay tuned. Be sure to click the subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to be sure you never miss an episode of the All About Hennessey Show. Check out this week's All About Hennessey Post newspaper and subscribe for free at allaboutHennessey.com.